right. Hello, everybody. My name is Jubb. You can call me Jake. I'm joined on the couch today by Dan, DC, Illumity, and Corey. And today we're going to be soloing the 6-player raid Wrath of the Machine in a fire team of 1.
All right, so real quick.
So about...
Go ahead, Jubb.
Yeah, sorry. But to start the timer, I'm going to open my inventory as I'm flying in. And then as soon as the screen goes black, you're good to start the timer.
We are doing this with Titan as well.
Yes.
From our beautiful incentive. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Really quickly,
And
we were able to raise $2,728 with Titan being in the first place.
My goodness.
You guys made a good choice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful people.
All right, so real quick, just explaining the goals of this encounter right now. He needs to grab 4 voltages at a time and dunk them into one of the 3 depositories. One's on left, one's on middle, one's on right. Occasionally, just about every 30 seconds, there's going to be a random amount of voltage eaters that spawn. Those voltage eaters, if they make it to the depositories, are going to start taking his voltage. So he needs to manage to defend all 3 sides while also dunking enough voltage to get Vostok into his damage phase. Typically, this is done with 6 people, so you get to have 1 runner per side and 1 defender, but as you can see, Jubb's doing it all by himself, so.
He said no. We sent out 5 invites. They all declined. And you have to turn into an absolute legend.
He did the Thanos, I'll do it myself.
So typically here, if we were in a 6-man speedrun, you would have 2 people skipping ahead to the next encounter through some out-of-bounds areas, and the other 4 people would be running as fast as possible. There's certain choreographed routes that you can use. We call them colors. Each sets of 4 voltages spawn in a... So for example, if you see a voltage on the map, it's linked to 4 other voltage spawns. So each person running knows exactly where their next 1 or 2 voltages is going to be, meaning you can optimize this very much if you're in a 6-man fire team. Like I said, this is really a war of attrition here for Jubb, though, since it's a solo run.
Now, does he have, like, unlimited ammo?
No,
not
it's
quite.
always limited in Destiny.
Yeah.
At least Destiny 1.
In Destiny 2, there's unlimited ammo? You get to cheat in that one?
Typically in Destiny 2, there'd be a raid banner at the start of each fight, which give you full ammo and super. So I guess you could call that a sort of unlimited ammo.
Easy mode?
I won't compare the difficulty of the 2 games, but each one has their merits.
Let's see. How many people actually run this category?
2.
Yeah. The record right now is, what was it, Jubb? It's held by Overwall.
49-18.
49-18 is the record right now.
My BB is 50-07, so I got a little bit of a ways to go.
People aren't good enough at basketball, as you can clearly see.
Right, so the way the damage mechanic works is once you dunk enough voltages, you're going to get bombs like you see on the screen spawning from each one. Throwing enough bombs at him, as you can see, they're currently breaking his shield.
But we don't want to break it all the way.
Right.
Because it won't recharge in between phases. So that way, the next bomb drop will be able to do crazy damage with the bombs.
Right, that's the other thing. The bombs, after you break the shield, the bombs actually do really great damage, and especially since you're a solo player, they're going to be your best source of damage. So you kind of strategically take extra phases here to get his shield weak. And once his shield's weak, you can take the next phase to do a lot of damage to his shield with the bombs. Or sorry, to his health with the bombs after you break the shield.
Is this weapon setup something that we've thought about a lot, or is this just a personal preference here?
Mostly thought about a lot. I know Overwall uses Invective shotgun and Hunger Proto Rocket because the Invective regenerates ammo over time. But it does have
Sounds like
a lot less impact. So like I'm not too big of a fan of it. I die a lot when I use it, to be honest.
That's fair enough.
We can't have that. We can't have that.
Right now, Jubb's using the Found Verdict shotgun. It's kind of a staple in the Destiny community because it's so easy to get, and it's pretty much, outside of a few optimizations and like stat rolls, it's pretty much the best shotgun you can get for the job, for most jobs. So you're gonna see it quite a lot in any Destiny content you look at, with Destiny 1 content.
Now, when this first came out, how long did it take 6-man raids to first beat this?
I believe this was one of the shorter.
Yeah, it
day
was
ones.
like a little over 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, it was 2-3 hours. I know there was some controversy with that day one with account swapping, but it's not too big of a deal. It's still a great raid to me.
Tell us more about that. That sounds fun.
I don't know the full story, but I know there was definitely some stuff going. Or
Allegedly.
We're gonna move on from
Allegedly.
that topic. I think that's something we shouldn't talk about.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I've tried to do this on accident. I was like, raid sounds fun. I don't have any friends though. And, you know, I might be able to do this. It was a sad ending.
Yeah, so what you guys saw earlier, like I would say like 20 seconds earlier, where he shot his G-horn, his Galahorn, which is his rocket launcher, 2 times rapidly in succession, much faster than he was supposed to. That's what we call reload canceling. You're going to see that a lot more later in this run. It's one of the primary damage sources for the next phase of this fight.
The mobility is so impressive.
Right, so for those of you that don't know Destiny 1, very popular movement source, tiding skating. So you're just jittering your jump button and it goes really fast. Especially if you know how to control your momentum off the ground, like Jubb does. Jubb's a little bit of a grandpa skater though, so that's what we call him.
That arm on him though. No.
Another thing we like to mention here is, as you can see, sometimes Jubb is throwing a nade right before picking up a bomb. That we call that nade duping. I know, a super creative name, but if you throw the nade and then cancel the animation with your bomb, it will not eat your nade, and it'll allow you to throw extra nades essentially.
All right. And pretty much everything we just did up to that point, we do again.
Yep. It's just rinse and repeat, like I said before, war of attrition.
We
This
can
foot.
read some donations. if you have a
Absolutely.
second.
I've got you covered. We got a $100 donation from Brad that says, in memory of Lance Reddick. Without him, the Destiny community wouldn't be what it is.
No Jubb. That's all right.
It's okay.
See, this first encounter right here is not respawning restricted, so although it did ruin the flawless, it's not a big...
Takes a lot of pressure off of it, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Not too big of a deal that he died there.
We'll just
Maybe
all
like
forget that he did.
Maybe like a 5-10 second time loss, depending on how fast he gets these voltage eaters.
No, that was like...
He only had one Duncan,
Yeah.
so not too big of a deal. Maybe like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, but...
If anyone in Twitch chat is counting how many times Judd has punched a robot in the face, please let us know after the run.
I do punch a lot of robots.
I will donate $1 per robot punched.
Oh,
There's one.
And
There's
I
another one.
hope everyone else will too.
interesting. Well, this is a Titan round, so there may be less punching of robots in the next encounter than the Warlock.
I'm counting that as a punch.
Okay. Sounds good. Another small thing to note, this encounter would really be much more difficult if not for the fact that your health starts regenerating if you pick up a voltage, which is really nice.
Every time Jubb gets close, I'm like, oh.
Oh, because I was shooting him instead of punching him. I'm sorry.
A pretty big major difference between this and, for example, if you're used to watching Destiny 2 content, is Destiny 1 has far fewer ways of healing. So you're pretty much like I wouldn't say 90, but a lot of the time you're really relying on your natural regeneration and using cover other than build crafting like you would in D2, which is the source of a lot of your healing.
There's so much chaos happening.
This
on
guy
the
loves
screen.
to respawn every time I kill him.
Yeah.
Well, hey, he can have a free punch to the face too.
Yeah, he can have some.
Just to expand on the voltage eater spawns, so every 30 seconds, there's a spawn on right, spawn on middle, spawn on left, and it could be any amount. So it could either be one voltage eater spawn, which is really chill, or you could have all 3 spawn and then you're just done running for a minute because you have to kill voltage eaters.
No chill.
There can also be no voltage eater spawn, which is
There could.
nice.
Ultimate chill.
Where's this robot? There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, punch that robot.
Now, are we counting those as robots too?
No.
No, the guys with no.
The Vandals, no. Vandals and Dregs aren't robots.
We had a huge argument about this earlier.
I wouldn't say huge.
It's about to be one right now.
So like we said before, this is just another prep phase. He's just going to get Vossic's shield weak so he can do a lot of damage next time.
We can hear some more donations if they're.
Absolutely, I've got you covered. We get a $25 donation from Joey Gannett that says, I've never played Destiny. What's that thing I'm supposed to say? I sup Guardian. I sup Guardian. I sup Guardian?
Oh, sub to you too.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Eyes Up Guardian is a pretty iconic quote from the first mission of this game. Your ghost finds you and tells you, Eyes Up Guardian, and then revives you.
Oh, because we were looking down before. Oh.
I'm not sure if
got
that's
it.
what it is, but
And that ghost's name, Tyrion Lannister.
Do I have time for one more?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
All right, we have a $77.77 donation from RNG Rabbit that says, have to donate for the incredible showing in that Hollow Knight race. Also have to donate to make sure Wrath of the Machine is run on the correct class. Warlocks rise. I know. I feel like I'm poking an open wound. I'm sorry, but
That's okay. I am a Warlock main myself, but I gotta say this was a good decision for this
These guys-
particular instance, just because there's gonna be a lot more things I could show off on Titan.
you got probably another minute and a half, 2 minutes for donations if you'd like, if there's any more.
you know I get you covered.
All right.
We had another $77.77 donation from FFX Faith that says, my fiance and I have been fighting against the darkness as guardians of the last city since 2015. I'm a Warlock, he's a Titan. We flipped a coin, and this donation goes to the lone guardian being a Warlock. I'm so sorry. We wish you the best of luck, and for anyone wondering, our cat is a hunter. Thank you, Faith, for that donation.
There was a time Warlock was way up. They had like a $500 lead at one point. I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty close for a while.
Hey, Jubb, Hunter Vossic got cleared, right?
Yes, it did.
It did.
By the wild animal himself. We call him JP, but his online persona is Vossic the Archpriest, so it's kind of confusing when you're talking about either the boss
Or the
right
person.
there or the person.
Is he also like 16 feet tall? I'm confused the both.
No, I don't think he's that tall.
He didn't.
That didn't die. Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
My wombo
couldn't
combo
punch
failed
him
me.
enough.
The backseat gamer in me is coming out.
No, that's okay.
All right, we're about to kill Vossic right here. Or at least send him for the next
Yeah,
phase.
we're not. Spoiler alert: we're actually not going to kill him here. He's going to retreat. 'Cause he's a loser.
Idiot.
There we go. Hit one,
Got that nade dupe right
and
there.
it went right between his legs.
Another nade dupe.
Sick manips, bro.
Oh, I think I grabbed a bounty. That's okay.
That's fine. You're going to kill.
When it's one man instead of six, you gotta have the sickest of nips.
Stop shooting me. These ads are supposed to go under the stage, by the way.
Yes, they are.
All right, there we go. So that is
Running.
end of entrance.
All right, what are we switching to here?
All right. So this rocket here is my crutch, my beloved Choleric Dragon. Beautiful. When we get to Vossic, the damage is very tight, just because since we're by ourselves, we use a lot more bomb phases. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. And we use a lot of time as a result, and his enrage timer will go off after about 3 phases solo. So we gotta go crazy. And we only get, instead of like all those bombs we get at entrance to do damage, we only get 2 at the end.
Also explain why we're now flying outside the map.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm so like, it's we use an emote, the come at me emote. You start crouched and you start it, and then you press the left stick and then crouch again. You can clip through a lot of walls.
You mean go into depth, Jubb?
And yeah, right after I do, so we normally have either the left breach or the back breach. This is the back breach I'm gonna do here. And then I'm gonna hit this trigger. All right, then we'll start the boss fight.
All right, so really quick, going back to what Jubb was just talking about. So the Come At Me emote is an emote in this game. It basically is one of the only emotes that moves what we call your true self, or I know that seems a little weird, but
Sorry.
the part of your character that is not displayed, the part of the character that the game actually recognizes gets moved when you use that emote, which is weird. And so by crouching and sprinting after using that emote with a certain timing, you're able to simply just phase through walls in this game and teleport. So going over this encounter, this is by far the hardest encounter in this raid to solo. The main mechanics are, starting off, you have 3 bombs that drop. You have to hit 2 bombs within, I'd say, a couple seconds of each other to do any damage to his shield whatsoever. Obviously, the issue with that solo is there's 3 bombs. There's only 1 person. How are you supposed to do that? So you really need to bring 1 bomb to another pre-positioned bomb in order to do any sort of damage to the shield. That 3rd bomb we kind of just ignore in a solo.
Sometimes. I'll use it for ads. But yeah, generally with a fire team of 6, you throw them all at the same time to do a third of it. But so by myself, I can only throw 2 close enough. And as a result, we'll only do a 6th as opposed to a 3rd. So that's why it takes twice as long to get to damage.
Right.
I see you're also shooting TVs that are not showing SGDQ. That must be why you're shooting.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
But if I don't, they'll also kill me. So
that's
important
bad.
After every bomb phase, one of those monitors on the back wall will light up. Not killing it in time will result in a wipe, like Doug said. Or not necessarily a wipe, but in a solo, it's definitely a wipe.
Just because of the time of it, like he enrages like right after the 3rd phase, it's done. So if I have to take the time to take a room because a monitor goes off, then I am cooked.
Typically, you get 4 safe rooms in this boss fight. So usually that means 4 phases, but like Jubb already explained, you're taking so long that Vosik just decides to kill you after 3. So you get 3 phases.
And also, you'll see here after the 5th bomb round that in the bottom left corner it'll say Siva density rising destroys Vosik's barrier, I believe is what it says. That means the next round we have to break his shield no matter what, or it's a hard wipe. Even if we can't take a room, like he'll shut off all the rooms, and we will be dead. Which 6 is just enough to get to a damage phase by yourself. So if we miss a bomb this entire time, it's a wipe.
Yes, this is a very, very.
And he likes to move right after I throw them.
So hopefully, the best PvP player.
Yeah, Vosik would be very good at PvP.
Do you ever get to punch him in the face?
Not in this context, no, unfortunately.
Well, you hit him in the butt.
I can punch him in the butt in the beginning
Yeah.
because he's just waking back up because he's pretty weak. Remember from entrance.
From earlier, yes.
As you can see, the text in the bottom left, destroy Vosik's barrier. That means he has 1 phase left to break his shield, or to be a wipe.
And how are you feeling about that?
What do you mean?
Clearly awesome.
All right, we're about to do some damage.
All right, so I'll explain what's going on here after he does this. This is going to be a very tight phase.
Got to lock in for a sec. Oh, I should probably switch to a backup plane, so that would be good. Okay, back in the bubble. Throw these.
Oh, and it's a wipe. Oh, not necessarily. I guess you can clutch it.
No, it's going to be really. No, it's probably a wipe. Yep. And as you can see, none of the rooms are open.
This is just a showcase of how.
Yeah, that was a totally intentional.
Just wanted to show you how
it was very
that would
planned.
Well, everyone donated for this run. We got to keep it going a little bit longer, you know?
Can I chime in with a quick donation?
Absolutely.
All right, we got a $12 donation from Sav that says, starting dating my now fiance while he was watching GDQ, we now watch together, have 3 cats, and get married in 12 days.
Right
Congrats,
on, yo.
Sav.
I love cats.
They also say, pet the cat. And a friendly reminder to everybody, you can pet the cat in the Talos Principle 2, which is one of the many incentives that just opened up. So when you go to donate, make sure you scroll down to those open incentives, select the incentive of your choice, and we can unlock even more GDQ. That pet the cat incentive, only $4,000, or actually $3,687 remaining to unlock it.
I'm surprised that didn't get hit right away. It's like an immediate.
As soon as they put it up.
You can read more, by the way.
Absolutely. We had another Pet the Cat donation come in immediately. $25 from Bellaton that says the Talos Principle 2 is a heavily philosophical game about what it means to be human and how to ethically interact with nature, and also about how cats are really, really good. Pet the Cat. Again, if you can, get that donation over for the Pet the Cat incentive. We also got a $250 donation from Theo Passing, which says, let's go Destiny. Probably the only way I'm letting these kids, Caden and Bennett, stay up past their bedtime.
Oh, yeah.
What a good reason to stay up. Thank you for the donation.
Yes, thank you very much.
It's a real father right there.
My man.
It was only rated T for teen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I guess
That's how I got it as a kid.
I guess we can talk about the way damage works now that we have a little bit of downtime. And I also have a lot of heavy ammo. So in this game, if you shoot, like every gun has like a set rate of fire. If you shoot and then start a reload and then cancel that reload with a sprint, it overrides the rate of fire. So pretty much the more you can get out of it by the lower rate of fire and the higher draw time. And on our force barrier melee, which we're going to be activating with a shotgun, this makes our weapons handle and reload really fast. So we're going to be able to shoot a lot of rockets really quickly.
Basically what he's saying is, once you get good at it, the higher handling you have, the faster you can shoot.
Yes.
But you have to get good first.
You do.
That is on the to-do list.
It's definitely... I've attempted this solo. It's definitely not an easy thing to get used to.
Whoa, where did that joke come from?
Especially doing it over and over again.
The ads will tend to fly to and from mid, and sometimes they will eat the bomb in a get down Mr. President fashion. Thankfully, he did not.
Another thing, you can see all this purple in middle.
Yeah, this is our heavy ammo. This is what's going to allow us to shoot so many rockets, because you can't shoot so many rockets if there's nothing on the ground.
Just to go over, he's very specifically choosing to kill all these ads in middle. When he does, ammo generation in this game it's not purely based on multi-kills, but it's heavily influenced by multi-kills. So by letting the ads group up and then killing them, he's going to create far more ammo than he would otherwise, which is very key to killing this guy.
I feel like a wildlife photographer. These are the heavy ammos in their natural habitat. Watch them as they fly into your rocket launcher.
And as we go into another damage phase here, let's let Jubb block in real quick. Hopefully we don't have another situation on our hands.
Hopefully I just don't get a front mid. Thank you.
I was going to mention that earlier. Don't want front mids.
Alrighty. And the no backup plan to arms we just put on allows us to activate force barrier with shotgun kills. And we didn't get force barrier. All right.
That's another wipe.
You can hear some more donations.
Absolutely, I've got you covered. We got a $100 donation from Fire Spectre that says, hey everyone, been looking forward to this run. So I'm extremely excited to see how you'll pull off this, Jubb. Told my entire clan about the run, so hopefully they'll be watching too. Shout out to my clan, Eager Edge. You folks are great. Keep doing the fantastic work you all are doing for Doctors Without Borders. Thank you.
Shout out Eager Edge.
So we're on the topic of Destiny 2 clan. Shout out Eclipse clan.
We have time for another?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
you can just kind of keep them coming.
Will
we have a little
do.
bit of downtime.
I got you. $25 from Echo Kitty Cat that says, a Wrath of the Machine raid done solo live on SGDQ? Heck yeah. Been playing Destiny since the beginning, so I'm looking forward to seeing this 6-man raid be destroyed by a single Guardian. Best of luck, and remember, eyes up, Guardian. We also got a $20 donation from Brad that says, it's our destiny to run Destiny.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
Keeping along with the puns, we had a $50 donation from Anonymous that says, we are destined to see this Destiny run. And then finally, a $10 donation from King of Zeal, keeping those puns going with insert pun here.
That's my favorite one. That guy gets it.
Keep the pun train coming. People keep donating with some puns. That'll be fun. But not the same one.
Ooh.
So just to move back to a little bit of what Jubb's doing. So his loadout right now is pretty much the only it's not the only loadout, but it's very optimized for this encounter. So what he's running right now is there is a perk in the game called Surplus, and that perk comes on only a handful of weapons and only 1 or 2 exotics, exotic armor. And what that perk does is it literally drops more heavy ammo. So you have a much higher chance of getting heavy ammo when you have that perk on.
It won't drop more heavy bricks. It'll just each heavy brick will have more rockets in it.
And then the boots are the one, the boot perk allows more heavy drops, right?
These are the arms. So the arms.
Or the arms, right?
Yeah, we're wearing the raid arms, which give us more heavy ammo from fallen enemies, which these are all fallen. And the helmet we look like, if you're wondering why I look like a big, stupid astronaut, also drops more heavy. So
It's the Among Us helmet?
and they do stack. Yes, we are.
Right.
No, I'm not. We're not sus. I'm not. I can't bring myself to say that. I'm sorry. Even though I kind of also just did, but it's all good.
It's fine. No one will ever remember that.
Heavy ammo could be better.
Right.
Only have a couple bricks, but we still have another round here.
You'll notice him going to mid occasionally and just firing a sniper into the ground. I asked him about that earlier, and might not actually do anything. It's just a superstition. But it
Get a
reduces the
preview
amount
of the
of
reload canceling because I'm shooting the sniper a lot faster than it's supposed to be shot.
Right.
Sick net, dude.
Now, let's move on to pretty much, not necessarily the most interesting, but the craziest part of his loadout is his rocket launcher. So I believe Shiflet has, or you have the God Roll rocket, right? Mm-hmm. That is the God Roll one?
Yes, this is the God Roll.
So yeah.
It in the middle column, we have a perk called Disciplinarian. If I don't die, goodness gracious. That does bonus damage to Fallen, and Vazik is indeed Fallen. And I guess I was not as well covered as I thought.
Can I sneak in a donation?
Absolutely.
Nope.
All right, we had a $50 donation from Lost Lemon that says, Guardians make their own fate. Let's go, Destiny. And then we also got a $100 donation from Noglik that says, we recently lost one of our foster nuggets in honor of Apricot. Pet that cat, and everybody.
Pet that cat.
Everybody's only $3,000 away from unlocking the Pet the Cat incentive for the Talos Principle 2. I know we can get this done.
You can keep them coming, by the way.
You know I got you covered. We had a $500 donation from James P.
Let's go, James.
They said, as a longtime watcher of GDQ and a longtime Destiny player, since the early beta, this run has got me very intrigued. I've never ran this raid, but the idea of one Guardian battling infected Siva Fallen is magnificent. My fellow Guardians, let's make this happen. We also got a $25 donation from Bertz that says, here with a bunch of members from my Destiny 2 raiding party, so it feels wrong not to donate towards the Destiny incentive. How do you even do a raid solo? We're finding out.
I put an unhealthy amount of hours into this before I killed him. Before I killed Vazik for the first time. A little bit of Jubb lore, I guess. I had reinstalled the game in 2021 after not playing since Taken King. And, you know, I was doing my LFGs, got to light level 400, whatever. And I was like, you know, I want to solo Axis. So I look up how to solo Axis. And I get recommended 2 videos titled Solo Flawless Wrath of Kashyyym. And I'm like, oh, that was not on my bingo card for my YouTube search results. But that looks cool. I want to do it. And here we are.
He was only like 12 feet tall. We got to get the guy 16 feet tall.
Another little quirk of the encounter is occasionally you'll see him leaving ads alive, like even more than he usually does. And that's because every few rounds, I believe it's every 2 rounds, every other round.
Oh yeah, captains.
Right. So, yeah.
Here, I got it.
Go ahead.
So, the second and fourth bomb rounds, normally a yellow bar captain is supposed to spawn, but we're kind of out here with our, our little stupid sniper thing. It doesn't really do much to him. But, see on this round, like this is the 4th round, if we throw these bombs and we don't kill the ads until we kill the monitor, the room will actually be filled with the maximum number of ads and we'll actually block the captain spawn.
Right.
So now we don't have to deal with him because he sucks and he's annoying.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with a yellow bar while running around and doing the encounter solo.
Can hear some more donations.
Absolutely, I got you covered. We had a $50 donation from Malice with no comment. Thank you very much, Malice, for that. We also had a $250 donation from Justin that says, as someone with 4 cats with 1 sitting on me right now, you must pet the cat, and we're just a little under $3,000 away from unlocking that. And just a friendly reminder to everybody, Justin just entered themselves to win amazing prizes that are here. With that $250 donation, they entered themselves to win the grand prizes, some of which are the Skytech Gaming Azure 2 gaming PC, or that resin replica Skyrim steel axe and steel sword set. That's a $200 cumulative donation over the entirety of the event, and you can be entered to win those grand prizes as well.
All right, we're going into a damage phase here.
Hopefully.
Let's hopefully lock in. We got a front bomb, so. All right, there we go.
All right, here we go.
And you can see the reload canceling in here.
It's so pretty.
He stands atop the purple floor.
All right, that looks like pretty clearable damage.
All right,
There we go.
we survived 1 phase. Woo! Gotta do 2 more.
I can breathe now.
This is definitely, I would say, by far the hardest solo encounter in this game. Would you disagree, Jubb?
I would not disagree 1 bit. It's pretty tough. Can't lie. Me for spare, thank you.
I don't know if I would go as far to compare Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 and say this is the hardest in both games, but this is definitely up there as one of the hardest.
Does Boss show back up in Destiny 2?
He does not yet.
Not yet, but maybe.
Oh, we're about to take care of him,
Tanix is back, so who knows?
Got a couple more donations if you want.
Yes,
Go ahead.
of course.
Absolutely, I get you covered. We had a $100 donation from Zach1999 that says, "Hi Jubb, been playing Destiny since literally day 1,
Nice,
and
dude.
Wrath of the Machine is my favorite raid.
Yes,
Also,
good taste.
KWTD, you should know this by now."
Yeah, this is definitely a know what to do or kick run.
And we just got a $250 donation from Jim. Everyone is showing up for this Destiny run. And Jim says, shout outs to the Waypoint Destiny community and all our clans. Red Tree Owls, 5-star raid times, and my unbiased favorite, Poplio Pals. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I promise I'm going to run Salvation's Edge with you all once I finish Dawn Trail. Love you all. Trans rights.
Woo! Yeah, Salvation's Edge. I had not played it just because I don't play D2, but it does look fun, but very difficult.
Yeah, there's definitely an upwards trend in creativity when it comes to raid mechanics, just in general in Destiny. You definitely have to, the devs work hard to keep ahead of the curve when it comes to engaging raid mechanics. You can see it really. Just the first 2 raids, Crotazen and Volta Glass, the complexity of those raids, it takes a big jump when it comes to from those going to King's Fall and then to Wrath the Machine. It's definitely a big jump. And then even again in Destiny 2, like from Destiny 1, you take the Destiny 1 raids and then you go to something like Spire or Stars where it just gets more and more complicated. And I would say there's a couple more jumps like that. I think another big jump is from Spire to maybe Vow is definitely a big jump in complexity. And then definitely with Salvation's Edge, their newest raid, they took a lot of liberties with the mechanics. It's really great, in my opinion.
You saw he just tried to strafe there, but he was not quick
he
enough.
almost broke out. He almost caused another wipe.
Do I have time to chime in?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Because everyone is loving these cats. Everybody, if you are a cat lover, heck, if you are a pet lover, please get these donations in. We got a $250 donation from Anonymous. And they say, I don't know what's going on, but I like cats, and that's a good enough reason for me. We also got a $25 donation from Robert that says, cats are awesome. You should pet them. Happy to be watching another great SGDQ with my cat, Nigel. Hi, Nigel.
All right,
Hello,
we're about to
Nigel.
lock in for another DPS phase here. Oh
Nice
my.
try, buddy. Better luck next time.
Just eating them to the face.
Right.
You found his one weakness.
Definitely clearable damage. A big part of this another big part of this encounter, especially when it came to at least clearing the first time, cluster bomb RNG. So on his rocket, his main damage perk on his rocket is cluster bombs, and unfortunately that has a little bit of RNG to it. So sometimes those cluster bombs can just bounce off the wall and just not do anything to Vosik. And if you have enough of that in one phase, you just don't have clearable damage. Another big thing, so after Vosik gets below half health, he's going to start spawning Shanks instead of the previous enemies he had. The Shanks aren't too bad by themselves, but the Exploders are, they can, if you miss one Exploder and it sneaks up behind you, you're done. The Shanks also definitely output way more damage than the Vandals and Dregs, I would say.
So we don't want to punch these robots in the face.
You can if you have
you can,
a force
actually.
barrier.
Wallet.
If you have a powered melee, it will actually disintegrate the Shank
Like this.
like that, and instead of exploding, it will just turn into an overshield for Jubb.
Sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes
it did
it
work
doesn't
that
work.
time, thankfully for the example, but it actually does not give that to me a lot.
Yeah, it's a very buggy.
Specifically with Vosik Shanks, it can
Right.
be really tricky.
As you can see, they just pop out of nowhere. Jump scare.
I think part of what makes Shanks so difficult is just because the explosive Shanks are so unpredictable. They almost feel like they're players.
Right.
Like they'll hide on a side until you come over there. They'll try to flank you. They'll try to wait to flank you,
Or sometimes they'll just sit on the side for
Yeah,
a
they'll
minute,
sit on the
and
side.
then they'll come ambush you in the middle.
and then they'll sit there while you're trying to throw a bomb, and then you're gonna try to eat their damage and then throw the bomb. But then, right as you throw it, then they're like, "Oh, it's game time."
Especially when you're locked in that bomb animation, it's just over.
Yeah, one guy's over here right now. You wait for me.
As you can see, the last two times he's punched a Shank, he has not gotten overshield. So, not a great look.
Does anyone know how much money I owe?
Huh?
Does anyone know how much money I owe? How many robots he's punched in the face?
Oh, not sure. Hopefully we'll have a count at the end.
Okay.
It's somewhere between $8,000 and $9,000.
Oh boy.
Did give it to me that time, thankfully. Even though there's nothing around me to where I would need it, but it's okay.
This last rotation here before.
All right, I think we're going to kind of let Jubb focus
Yeah,
on
we gotta
killing
lock
here.
in.
He's got one more bomb phase. that is the last monitor, so he's gonna swap to a shotgun here.
Gotta use them chain reactions there.
Now, right here is gonna be pretty crucial. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult to get that overshield he usually gets. Oh, okay, that's lucky, I think. Clutch overshield. Nice. Now, he doesn't need to do as much damage as last time. He just needs clearable damage here. It's looking good. All right, well done, Jubb. Let's go.
There we go.
Oh, man. All right. All right.
For context, that's very, very few players have been able to do that. I don't know how many Vosik solos there have been, but it's definitely single digits.
I believe there's 9 in total.
9 total by unique players.
Yeah.
Good to know. There's only been 4 players ever to solo Flawless Wrath, and Jubb's done it 5 times.
Yep. Another wall breach here, back breach. Just cut some distance.
Are you flying to pet the cat?
Mm-hmm.
Good. If by the cat you mean the siege engine?
Not going to see some robots for a while, unfortunately. Or actually, fortunately, I should say. I ate them.
Now, fortunately, we don't have to deal with the blink.
Yeah.
We won't have another blink incident, huh, Jubb?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Such conveniently placed platforms. Wow.
It's almost like
They meant for them to be there. A path through the jumping puzzle. Crazy.
I don't believe this. I'll believe that for a second.
No, Jubb, I know you really needed the loot, but I do have to say you missed a couple secret chests.
I did
right
miss
there.
some chests. Oh, that's okay. I'll get this one in the pipe.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Grandpa's case. I'm so sorry. You have to watch
This
this.
is why we call him the Warlock Vosik Grandpa right here.
At least you're getting some fresh air now.
All right, we're approaching. Don't want to spoil it too much, but
Oh, I'm gonna
the
spoil
only
it.
cutscene in the Destiny 1 raid is this encounter right here.
He said my thing.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you stole
I
Corey.
stole it from him.
Like that was the one thing he had prepared for today. You just robbed him of it.
You reminded me. I'm sorry. I guess we can go over this encounter while we're waiting here. So pretty much, the goal of this encounter is that big.
This is the
warship.
siege engine.
That's the siege engine right
And
there.
it's going to come right at us, and
Right.
we gotta destroy the 2 turrets. And once those are destroyed, this thing will open, and we gotta destroy that as well. And then once that is destroyed, it'll break down this wall, and there will be a ship of enemies dropping off some parts to try to repair it, and then we are going to kill them and repair it ourselves.
We're hijacking the ship to take over the wall.
We're taking it over. It's ours now.
I always wanted a wall.
But the thing about the parts is that you can only hold it for 10 seconds and you move really slow. And then after those 10 seconds are up, it makes you drop it and you can't pick up another one for 10 seconds. So this is the first encounter where we're actually going to need a real mechanical workaround. And we're going to make it so that we can hold the parts indefinitely.
Right. So over here, just with this first part, typically you're not allowed to go on top of this, but
Why not?
If you go,
there's some ways
you'll
you
normally
can get up
die.
there, and it's really convenient.
But you can be like right at the top front here and you'll be fine.
I mean, there's a railing on it.
Someone's up there.
So usually, if you were to walk like on the rest of the siege engine, there's like a death. It's not necessarily a death barrier, but it's an environmental hazard on the rest of it. So by killing the 3 turrets in the middle, or the 2 turrets in the middle thing, it gets rid of that environmental hazard and allows him to step wherever he wants.
I knew I had the wrong shotgun on. Okay. I was like, man, this thing is slow.
Do you have your PvP one on?
No, I had the Vosik one on with a lot of range, so I
Gotcha.
could shotgun and add.
Makes sense. Smart. So real quick here, so like he said before, Typically, you can only hold a part for 10 seconds, and then you have to drop it and sit there and clear out for 10 seconds. However, the thing that makes this encounter by far the easiest on Titan specifically, or I guess it's pretty easy on Hunter as well, but versus Warlock at least, is you can pop your super like he's doing right now, and because of the way the game identifies your item slots, you are allowed to pick up the part and carry it wherever you want.
So right now I have it in my pocket, quote unquote.
Yeah, we call it part glitch, part pocket. There's a lot of different names for it.
So I'm just gonna take it right over, and then I'm gonna press, when I press Y, it's gonna make me pull it out, and there it is. Ta-da!
Oh, big pockets.
So we basically just have to kill the ads, get our super again, and then do that for the other parts.
The way it's been explained to me and the way I understand it is basically how it works is the game has 4 item slots for you, the character. You have your primary, your secondary, and your heavy weapon, and then it gives you 1 additional slot for like a relic or like some sort of item. That's unfortunate.
What is happening?
Oh, that was close.
He's a ninja.
Sorry. So essentially, by popping your super and picking up the part as your super ends, having the super counts as your item slot. And by picking up a part while your super's going away, that animation cancels the item pickup and allows you to pick it up because the game just forgets that there was ever an animation it needs to do. So you just have the part without getting the buff.
There's so many people who've played this raid that are going, what? You can just take it back there?
That's a pretty, especially when doing it with newer players, that's definitely a big wow, how are you moving so fast with the part? Because from another person's, from another person's point of view, it just looks like you're flying with the part when you're not supposed to, and it's really funny. Jubb, you are making me scared right now.
Oh, you think you're scared?
So hypothetically speaking, if you were to say, perish during these moments, are we talking we have to start this whole thing over again?
No, so
No,
it works
just-
on a checkpoint system, so he would just have to restart the siege engine part.
Yeah, we're not out of the woods, but we see the light just because we killed bots.
Is it that big light there?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. All right, and that is siege engine completed.
So yes, siege engine encounter is over.
3 encounters down, 2 more to go.
Is it okay if I chime in with the dono quick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, because we had a $500 donation from Core Fox. Speaking of the skill that Jubb has on display for us right now, Core Fox is also blown away. They say, my mind is being blown right now. Shout outs to my Destiny friends, Junkyard and Jose, and big shout outs to Shovel on the back couch right now. Let's get this. And we also got a $50 donation from Gail and Bob that says, I guess if Archie isn't available to pet, I'll donate for the cat. Shout out to the Stairs Clan and Eyes Up Guardian. And speaking of that Pet the Cat incentive, we're currently looking at $1,829 to go, everybody. We can make that happen.
It's easy. Hit it up, everyone.
Shout out to my cats.
All right, we're gonna drop here. Now, normally you couldn't go too far ahead until this chest spawns, or else if you go too far ahead, the encounter will wipe you.
There was actually a fiasco about that. Was it in the world's first hard mode raid?
Yeah,
So-
they went too far ahead and they wiped them, and they're like, what?
I don't know if it was one of the teams competing for the world's first hard mode of this raid. All of them, since they knew what to do here, all of them ran ahead really quick, and it wiped them and it made them restart this encounter. So that was a big thing that happened. And since then, we've definitely learned, but
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this chest, I forgot.
we got a secret chest up here he's gonna grab.
Yep,
Just for fun?
this is optimal.
Oh.
The best chests are secret, okay?
Yeah.
Wow, this is like extra secret.
Ta-da.
So
What am I gonna get? Oh yeah.
You've already gotten it this week?
See,
Oh, no,
the
your
key
items are
fragments.
full.
Oh yeah.
His items are full.
Yeah, you get so many engrams doing this. I am.
Full on loot.
We got some cleanup to do. So we're gonna jump over that hole. You see the new mission. That is a trigger we have to hit, so that now we can go the fun way.
Through the wall again.
I love the fun way.
Yes. See that this transition, this is what, 3 to 4 transition. Or I guess if you don't count opening encounter, 2 to 3 transition. You would, I guess we'll talk about what he just did.
Oh, yeah,
there.
power slide.
So that is a power slide. There is an item in this game. It's an artifact. It's called the Fellwinter's Memory Fellwinter. And what it does is it actually takes away your super and gives you 2 of each of your other abilities. Now, that's pretty cool, but what it allows you to do is with the Fist of Havoc super, with the Death from Above perk equipped, it'll send you flying through the air, usually in like a controlled speed. However, if you cancel your super mid-animation, it will send you with about 10 times the speed it normally does, allowing you to carry momentum extremely quickly.
This skybox is gorgeous, by the way.
Right.
We can use some
Such
donations.
fun. Much wow.
Absolutely, I get you covered. We got a $50 donation from Mistress of Decay that says, donating on behalf of my husband. He's too busy touching grass with his raid team to watch, so I'll kick towards the Destiny goal.
Needs a team to
Nice.
touch grass.
We also got a $20.10 donation from iPeach that says $20.10 for our new 2010 light cap in Destiny 2. Absolutely had to donate for my favorite raid in all of Destiny done by a single person. It's no small task. Axis hype!
Which, speaking of Axis, this is Laroom Stark, the counter triggers right here. But you see our objective here is to destroy the Siva source. The Siva source is going to be these red Siva diamond things. And we're going to see them in rounds. The first round we're going to see 2, the second round we're going to see 3, and the third round we're going to see 7. And after we kill some ads, there's going to be elemental captains that spawn in each lane, left, middle, and right. And after you kill those captains, you're also going to see elemental servitors come out of them, and you have to match the cannons with the servitors to kill them to drop bombs, and we use the bombs to destroy the cores.
Just to expand on what he was saying, so he's about to kill his captain over here, and I believe that's the arc cannon.
Yep.
So
Out of
typically
this
he would
window
use
we have the void
that arc
servitor.
cannon, right? He's going to need to find the arc servitor.
Yep. And
Killing
it's gonna
that
be-
servitor will cause a bomb to
It's
spawn.
going to be in the left door. So if you see the debuff on the left side of my screen, charge lockout, this prevents us from being able to throw bombs, which is kind of important if we want to do this, I would think. So we have two workarounds for this, one being, a temporary solution, one being more permanent, but the permanent one does take a lot longer to set up. So we are going to opt for this more temporary one first here. So basically, we're going to take the last shot of the cannon. Instead of dropping it or releasing the trigger, we're going to pop the Fist of Havoc super, and the charge lockout will not refresh, allowing us to pick up this bomb. And I know there's 2 cores here, but there is a little area that if we throw it just right, if the ads don't flinch me, we will hit both of them at the same time. Now for the more permanent solution, you see me picking up and dropping the cannon. There's a lot more to it that Illumini can explain, but pretty much the premise of it is you pick it up and you drop it, the game gives up and stops refreshing it, which we will see here in just a moment. But only if there's any Celestial-sponsored cannon glitch explanations.
So true. So I don't think anybody, or at least from what I've heard, nobody knows for sure what causes this glitch. But the working theory right now is by picking up the cannon and dropping it, it will give you charge lockout. But by picking it up and dropping it one more time, it doesn't refresh charge lockout. It actually gives you another charge lockout. So after you've gathered enough charge lockouts, the game, we don't really know, but it must run out of memory or some sort, and it just stops giving you a charge lockout. So there is a better explanation, but there really isn't. Nobody knows exactly for sure right now.
Could we ask Bungie?
We could, but then they patch it.
Yeah, we don't want them to know.
We don't want
got
that.
time for
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. So from what I know, a lot of the glitches that we currently work with right now, they were known for a long time, like since the game was still moderated and controlled by Bungie. However, the people that knew them kind of had a gentleman's agreement and decided not to share half of them until Bungie went to D2. Now we can use them all in all these cool speedruns, which was a pretty smart move in my opinion.
Yes, thank you for doing that because this raid is fun. So that is the second round there. This third round here, we will have 7. But we do have 2 side double potentials, so that we only need 5 bombs.
A lot of the cores here, yes, there's 7 cores, but like you said, you only need a certain amount of bombs because you can hit multiple cores with a single bomb pretty easily, especially after you learn it.
The classic work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. That's what I live by.
If only the game would do that.
How precise are these throws that he has to...
Pretty precise.
Pretty precise, but not pixel precise.
Yeah, not pixel perfect, but it's pretty hard.
Especially to do them quick enough to clear the encounter in time, it's definitely a lot of practice. It took me quite a while to get them down.
I'm just waiting for the edge to fill up so that they don't respawn when I kill them. That's the only why I'm waiting.
Right, so unlike a lot of encounters in this game, this encounter has almost nothing to do with how many ads you kill, and the captains just spawn after a certain amount of time. So you can just simply wait for the captains to spawn, so you waste less ammo dealing with the other ads. Because the ads, they have a spawn cap, so once that fills up, they just sit there, and you just can you can kill them all once. And the game's pretty generous here. It gives you time to kill everything, or it doesn't give you time to kill everything, but it doesn't respawn them once the mechanic phase starts. Once the captain spawns, it stops spawning ads completely, aside from the servers that you need to complete the encounter, obviously.
I almost garrisoned off the map. That was close.
We're gonna hit that YOLO of a bomb.
Oh,
lucky we did not.
All good. Oh,
We can still
we hit
recover
this
this
left
though.
double. We'll be all right. Because this is solar.
All right, looks like we're gonna be good here.
Do we want to talk about how there's no longer a U on screen?
Oh yeah, that's kind of a side effect, is that you'll kind of be like in first person, you'll be missing certain parts of you, like my legs will probably be missing. Let's see.
It's a product of the memory overload, or the game running out of memory, like I talked about before. It just stops loading half your stuff. Now, sometimes in this next encounter, that can become a major issue, because eventually you're going to get a buff called, what is it, Axis Empowerment or something of the sort?
Empower.
I don't know exactly what it is. It's just empowerment. Sometimes, if you've had the cannon glitch for long enough, it just won't give you empowerment, which means you can't continue the encounter.
So we're actually going to reset our cannon glitch by doing one more clip through this wall. And we're actually going to hit a joining allies. And it's going to respawn us at the start. Like so.
Now what that does, that just clears, like he said, it resets his cannon glitch. It resets his character, or the game's memory for his character, which allows him, yes, he has to do the cannon glitch again, but it's gonna clear up a lot of the issues that it would normally cause.
We're gonna be empowered, and damage isn't tight, so. But now it's Shanks, non-explosive Shanks, so this will actually be pretty easy, but.
They look real punchable.
They do look real punchable. There you go.
Twitch chat, there will be a test at the end of this.
So some pretty important things to note here. What Jubb's using is he has thermite grenades on and the melting point melee. So the thermite grenade is not only great for general ad clear, but it is the highest damage grenade in Destiny 1. Especially if you have a big boss like Axis, he has a large base, which means the thermite grenade is going to, when you throw it along the ground, it does several bursts upwards, as you can see. And each one of those bursts upwards is a separate damage tick. And like I said, Axis is a large boss, which means all those damage ticks are hitting, meaning you're doing a lot of damage to him with that one grenade.
Also, he's not supposed to look like this. This is just a result of hitting that joining allies.
Yes, that is not a normal Axis.
He'll go back to normal when he starts the white mechanic, but that red Siva vein thing is going to stay there the whole time. But it's not supposed to. But it is anyway.
You just interrupted his swimming lessons, clearly.
Exactly.
Look, Ma, I'm doing
We
it.
have time for some donations, by the way.
Absolutely, I get you covered. We had a $10 donation from It's Me, Hawkeye G. And they say such an incredible lineup of games and commentaries so far this week, and it's only Wednesday. GDQ continues to bring out the best in everyone. Thank you, Hawkeye G, and everybody. We are at $651,000 for MSF. Give it up for yourself. Like I said earlier, it's only Wednesday, people. We got a whole half marathon to go, and I know we're just getting warmed up.
Now, another thing I just did, if you'll notice, I have a second melee charge and I have a second grenade charge on the way, and I still have my super. That is a byproduct of Cannon Glitch. If you put on the Memory of Fellwinter at the right time, you will get your extra grenade and melee without actually losing your super. This will let us do big damage.
2 grenades and 2 melees is always nice. Now, if you notice the Simmering Flames buff he has on the left of his screen, that's a perk on the Sunbreaker subclass. And essentially, when his super's full, I believe he gains a 50% ability increase, or regen increase. So it's very nice for this boss fight. All right, so now we're done with the burning the first phase to get Cannon Glitch. We're gonna move on to the actual mechanics. Now, it's the exact same as last encounter, except instead of throwing at nodes, he's going to be throwing the bombs at the boss to break his shield. That is pretty much the only noticeable difference.
We've come full circle.
Before damage. Before damage. Damage is obviously different, but...
There we go. I was not empowered. I was getting a little concerned. It was literally the first round. Yeah, I don't know what
That's what we were talking about earlier, the byproduct of Cannon Glitch not being empowered sometimes. Sometimes it just happens at weird times.
I think this might be where where I say the line, "This has never happened before." It probably has, but
Definitely.
I want to say it anyway.
Now, real quick before Jubb goes to damage, Axis is going to teleport 3 times and give him 8 seconds of damage each time he teleports. Jubb needs to go slam his back by dunking his empowerment to stop him from just ending the phase. So, as you can see here, he's about to do it. So, Axis teleports to the left, and he's going to do as much damage as he can before slamming his back and blocking the teleport.
Those count as punches, by the way.
Oh yeah,
All right,
we are in
sounds
fact
good.
punching a robot.
And right now, as you can see, the yellow damage numbers, that means Jubb's utilizing a debuff, which is his melee. His melee is Melting Point. It gives a 50% debuff to the boss, meaning you deal 50% increased damage when the target is debuffed. If you play D2 at all, you'll be very familiar with debuffs and buffs probably, but it's more rare in Destiny 1 to come across a lot of those different build crafting options. Now, as you can see, Jubb's really utilizing the cannon here for damage instead of his ammo. That's because, for whatever reason, the cannons just do a lot of damage. They really just do more than anything. The thermites do probably a little more, but the cannons are really a really good ammo efficiency option for damage.
It's free real estate.
Exactly, for real estate.
All right, that is the end of first damage phase. Looking pretty good.
So as you can see in the back of the room there, Jubb's standing on that plate, those raised pillars. Each one of those pillars represents one more wipe phase he can survive. He burned the first one to get the cannon glitch because it takes time, and he just burned the second one after the first damage phase, which means he has 2 more plates to use, so 3 more damage phases pretty much.
The music restarted at a weird time.
That was weird.
This is
I noticed
weird.
that.
Speaking of Eyes Up, this song is actually called Eyes Up by Michael Salvatore.
Good to know.
I feel inspired and
You got
determined.
fired. Oh. Shout out Bungie Drama.
Got a couple donations you could probably...
Yeah.
Great timing. I have a few that I'd love to share. We had a $20 donation from Treyo that says, "Pet every cat. Thank you so much, Treya, for that. We also had a $25 donation from Gremlin's Cookie Provider that says, must pet the feline overlord. And the cat love is really coming in. We are almost at $1,100 to go to unlock that pet the cat incentive. But I have to ask, where the dog's at? Because I'm a dog owner, and although I love cats, we got PB on Thursday night for Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run. I know you want to see that. Can we get some love for dogs in our donos?
This room is going to be full for that run.
We saw him practicing, was it yesterday?
2 days ago, I think.
Gonna be awesome. That is a good boy.
So originally, this boss fight, when it was first soloed, the Warlock subclass, or sorry, the Warlock class in this game has a subclass that allows you to self-revive. So that sounds really broken, and it is sometimes. But what they would use it for is after they took down all 3 bombs, or they killed all 3 of the servitors, they would kill themselves and self-revive, which would allow them to clear their charge lockout and throw all 3 bombs once again. Now that we have Cannon Glitch, that's no longer needed, but that was just the original way this is done. And it's still done today, but mostly for novelty.
Just for goofs.
Yeah, if you have nothing else to do, it's a fun way to do the encounter. But for anything speedrun or competitive, this is definitely the way you would do the encounter on a Titan with Cannon Glitch.
We're serious business here.
Exactly.
Businessman.
Now, would you just say this is a big metal spider? What are we,
I think you can call it a robot.
Yeah, you can definitely call it a robot.
This one's a robot.
I'm not a big lore guy, but I'm pretty sure he's like made himself like 100% machine or something.
I thought we were playing Doom Eternal.
I thought we were watching Wild Wild West.
Whoa, us Destiny players, we don't reference other games.
Do I have a second to come in with the dono?
Yep,
Oh,
absolutely.
yes.
All right. Nick286 gives us $50 with no comment. Thank you very much, Nick, for that dono.
Thank you, Nick.
And then on the opposite end, we had Anonymous with a $50 dono. And they said, since I have no pets of my own, I must pet all other cats. And we are almost reaching $1,000 to unlock that Pet the Cat incentive. We are making great progress. Thank you so much, everyone, for those donos.
And just real quick, so as you noticed, you may have noticed, I don't know if you did notice, but during those dono announcements, he was standing on the plate and he started switching his armor around. And for whatever reason, switching your armor will actually help a lot with the issues I mentioned before with the Cannon Glitch, causing you not to become empowered. So I'm not sure exactly why. I don't know if anybody does, but switching your armor equals good.
Yeah, it like removes part of the Cannon Glitch almost.
Yeah, it sets you back, but you're already so far ahead that's good.
Basically, every cannon, we just disappear. You know, harder to get hit.
All right.
We can do some more donations.
Absolutely, I get you covered. We have a $5 donation from Zora Master 98 that says, donating for my 16-year-old cat Sassafras, or Frass of the Fat Cat Sass. Pet that cat, but not for too long, it might bite. We had a $25 donation from Anonymous that says, must pet the cat. And we are almost 80% of the way there, $1,000 to go, making great progress.
I'm a little surprised at Twitch chat. We have $1,000? Easy peasy.
Right. I think there's like 60K people watching.
Coming from mostly a dog person.
You're gonna make Jubb nervous. Relax.
Can I get another in for you?
Yep.
All right, Suddenly Onions gives a $10 donation that says, Jubb is the best, and he runs the game Destiny, moving so speedily, I can barely keep up. Just me? He's smashing it easily. Chat's going wild, and we love MSF, you see? Such a great charity. So let us extend the glee. Reach for Yosemite. fill all the bars so we get some more GDQ. Thank you.
Final stand.
All right, so we're hitting final stand here. This is the final part of the encounter of the whole entire raid. He saved a cannon for it, so it should be pretty easy to kill here. Well done, Jubb.
There we go.
Wrath of the machine.
They were really angry.
The timer's going to end at once the mission complete comes on the screen. And time.
GG.
Unbelievable.
Insane.
All right, let's see if I have any.
Access phase 2.
Yep. All right, and sounds like we're going to be able to have time to do one more thing because we did finish early. The time block was a bit longer just because, as you could see, you got a little bit of a taste of how much of a liability Vosik can be. So we do have time for one more thing, and I'm going to show you guys hard mode access. Now every raid has a normal mode and a hard mode difficulty. Usually, you have your run-of-the-mill changes. Enemies have more health. They do more damage. They behave more aggressively, which you'll definitely notice in the captains. They suck. But the biggest mechanical change from normal mode to hard mode access is that now instead of 3 bombs to break his shield, it now takes 7 in the same amount of time. So we gotta get a move on. And now he will also look normal since I am loading up a separate checkpoint.
Now, how many people have soloed this?
We have a spreadsheet. It's probably about like less than 20, I think. It's definitely easier than Vosik, but still definitely.
This is definitely a good challenge.
This is probably like my favorite thing, just because it's
fun.
it's hard. It's not too hard, and I think it looks fun.
You got my expectations up with hard mode.
Yep.
It is. There's mechanic changes, so watch out for those.
We actually have to use a higher impact scout rifle so we can actually one-shot the shank still.
I always kind of find it weird coming back to D1, seeing that I actually have a cap on how much primary ammo I can get versus D2 where you have unlimited.
Yeah.
As you can see, that captain almost cooked him alive.
All right, there's a shank chasing me.
Everything hurts.
I do not want what you're selling. Yeah, everything hurts. Everything hurts. Everything hurts a lot.
I love that none of the enemies just care. What is he doing there?
Yeah, so like I said before, once the mechanics start on these two axes phase 1 and axis phase 2, it doesn't actually spawn any more enemies. So if he waits long enough and then kills all the shanks on his side, he won't have to deal with them on that side until the next phase. So right here, he's pretty safe to just sit in the corner and get cannon glitch again.
Oh, I cut that close. Yeah, if you... that is... yep. That is my friend filling up the inventory over his phone with found verdicts.
Okay, Shiflet, relax.
We do like ourselves a found verdict. I might be able to show you the vault afterwards. He has, I think, 66 found verdicts. I don't know what his problem is, but he actually noticed when so I have this one, and then I took another one out to put the range on it for Vosik, and he noticed it was missing. He asked me where the found verdict. He asked if I deleted one. I was like, you are sick in the head.
Clearly, you found them. They were just there.
I guess we can go over real quick. So we were talking about the Chloric Dragon earlier, the rocket launcher he's using for Vosik. And the reason he needs a different account for this solo is because that rocket launcher is so incredibly rare right now, or at least in this current patch of the game, that anybody that gets it, their account like instantly becomes one of the Like, it's just one of the only ways to easily solo Vosik with that rocket launcher. Or not, I wouldn't say easily, but
Yeah,
much easier.
I remember when I said I had found that video titled Solo Flawless Wrath of Machine in 2021, I've spent all my legendary marks exclusively on heavy engrams since then, and I have not gotten one on my main account.
The reason, like he just said, he spent all his legendary marks on it. That's one of the currencies in this game. So the rocket launcher itself has a higher than average amount of perks on it,
Oh, that's not good.
which makes it hard to get the roll you want.
This is indeed not a
And there's also very little sources for the rocket launcher. Looks like we're gonna eat a plate here.
This guy did not die when I shot him, unfortunately. And that's how tight it is, because I had to hit seven bombs in the same amount of time, so it's pretty tight, but it's okay. We do have more plates, so we can burn one on not getting a 7.
The damage potential for the Titan class here is so high on Axis that you can get away with eating one plate and you can just 3-phase. So he still has plenty of potential to still clear here.
We can hear a donation or two.
Absolutely, get you covered. We got a $25 donation from Plastic Zaku that says, hype to see Talos 2 shown off, Pet the Cat, save Melville's Workshop. And with that $25 donation, they've entered them in to win one very awesome Destiny-related prize, which is a $25 minimum donation enters them to win the Destiny 2 Shadowkeep Collector's Edition. So if you're enjoying this run, you want to get some Destiny play in, $25 minimum donation will enter you in to win that prize.
Don't you want that? What, the collector's edition? Yeah. I mean, oh.
Yeah, they hurt, and they know what to do. They know to just shoot me instead of trying
That
to melee
left
me.
captain does not mess around.
It's okay. We'll hit a 7 this time.
All right, looks like we probably have time for one more try here. Anyway, back to the collector's edition.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get some more donos in?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a lot of time now, so.
We've got a $50 donation from JJ that says, pet that cat. And we are only $789 away from unlocking that incentive. I know we can keep making some great progress. And we also had a $5 donation from Cat Dad that says, my daughter is giving me the cat eyes and saying, we have to donate for the cat. So this one's for her.
Right on.
You must do what they say. No questioning. One more, why not?
Yeah, one more.
Absolutely.
We can have like a bunch right now.
Yeah, so we had a $250 donation
Oh my
from
goodness.
Blue12, and they say first-time donor had to donate for one of my favorite games. Good luck to the runner.
I'm waiting for some donations that got a number with the punches. You guys know? Because I honestly don't.
I think we're gonna need to review some footage for that number.
I'll just
I won't
round
lie.
up. It's fine.
Jubb, do you know who the first person to do this was on hard mode?
Axis Bake.
Axis Big.
Yep. Conveniently enough, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, we got a lot of canonically correct names in the community right now. We have Vosik the Archpriest. We have Axis Bake. Because he likes to bake Axis, of course.
Sounds reasonable.
As you do.
Axis Bake's also one of the people that have soloed Vosik. He's done solo follows, correct?
Yeah, he was the first to do solo Vosik and solo Flawless. So that was pretty hype time in the community, I would say.
I agree. I was there. Definitely exciting.
So that's an instant wipe if you are not on one of those towers?
Correct.
Oh,
Well,
actually,
actually-
like a little asterisk in cannon glitch. Sometimes you'll survive it. Sometimes you won't. It kind of depends on how far in it you are.
So yeah, if you were to have cannon glitch, and then not do any armor swaps for a little bit, and like he said, like be super far into cannon glitch, sometimes the game would just not kill you. That doesn't mean you would have any extra phases. It would still kill you even if you had plates left after 5 phases. And it's really not consistent enough to rely on, so you won't see it unless it's like a skin of your teeth moment, like that type of thing.
Measures your level of determination.
The thing is, Axis comes up with a shield after he doesn't want you to damage him anymore, so there's not really any point to staying late. So it's not the most useful thing either.
Plenty of time to get out.
Yeah, you have a lot of time to. I wouldn't say a lot of time, but you have plenty of time to grab a few bricks of ammo and then go to the plate and swap some armor. So.
Oh, stupid shank. Oh, I picked up the cannon again. Sorry, no 7, but we'll not die this time.
Hey, seed drops.
We need some more donations.
Absolutely. We had a $10 donation from Special Agent Dale Cooper, and they say every day, once a day, give yourself a present. Don't plan it. Don't wait for it. Just let it happen. It could be a new shirt from a store, a cat nap in your office chair, or 2 cups of good coffee. Or tea, if that's your thing.
That's pretty good advice. That's pretty good advice.
We too have watched Twin Peaks.
We also had a $100 donation from Reverend Gumby that says, good vibes only. I agree.
So just to piggyback off of what Jubb was kind of saying under his breath earlier, so he said he wasn't going to get a 7, and by that he means 7 bombs in one phase. It's pretty hard. It's one of the harder things to do to get a bunch of phases in a row where you get all the bombs off. That's what makes Axis hard mode so hard. You have to be either really fast and not have anything go wrong to get all 7 bombs off in a phase, or another really easy way is sometimes the game will give you something called early empowerment, which will give you unlimited time for the bomb part of the phase, which is really nice when it comes to Axis Phase 2, and it happens quite often. So.
All right. Everybody.
He hasn't had one yet as far as I've seen, but it will. I believe it should happen at some point in this round. And Jubb's taking his time here because he really only needs 2 or 3 bombs to send the damage. So
Kind of like Vazik, I was explaining in the beginning. He was his shield does not go back up in between phases if we don't break it.
So he's really just carrying over progress here. All right, now he's going to go to damage, and he's really going to cook him. Just keep in mind, since he's burning phases on taking too long for mechanics, he's going to need to do damage in less than normal phases. So I believe at this point he only has 3 phases to kill.
That is correct.
Do I have time for a couple of donations?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. All right. We had a $250 donation from Too Early, and they say, loving the Destiny run. Always impressed to see a raid that took me a long time with the team to be crushed by a solo Guardian. And we also had a $25 donation from Matt that says, glad to donate during the Destiny run. Been playing since the alpha and longtime Bungie fan. My cat of 22 years passed away at the beginning of the year.
No.
This is for you, Miss Lou. Please,
This is for you,
pet
Miss Lou.
that cat.
Pet that cat.
Pet that cat.
We're only $339 away, everybody.
All right, that looks like clearable damage there, so we're looking all right.
We're gonna get in those donos for the cat before this is done. We can finish that.
Yeah. Oh, I think we can do it.
Looks like it won't be early empowerment.
No.
An easy
We will,
sign
We will have to hit 2 7s in order to clear now. Unless we get early empowerment, like you said. If when he's doing the white mechanic, if you see Shanks spawning, which they're normally not supposed to, that's a good indicator. He also won't teleport to each side like he does normally. Like he'll just stay in mid, and then it'll just say, Siva empowers Guardians, and then you'll know you're good to go.
You have infinite time for that phase at that point.
Silly guy.
Which can be a
That's a
double-edged sword just because if you miss too many bombs, you're soft-locked, and you have to jump off the map. But he's a pretty big thing, so...
It's more if the servers sacrifice,
Yeah.
I'd say. I know it's crazy to believe, but
Whoa, okay.
oh, they did not die.
The 7's going to be interesting if I
Tip-
live.
Yeah. I'll let you focus. Oh, Void Captain. Oh.
Dude, come on. All right, this is already not a 7.
Oh, this is not looking good.
I don't call it hard mode for nothing.
It is hard.
Yeah, I'm just...
I won't lie.
And, like, I got the solar cannon all the way over there.
It's not looking good. If you get this, it'll be by the skin of your teeth.
That servitor didn't even die. Oh,
Oh. Middle servitor did not die.
Yeah.
Hold down long enough on the cannon.
unfortunate.
Unfortunately, this looks... Are you going to continue, Jubb, or...
I'll do another phase of damage.
All right.
If I don't fall off the map, there we go.
If it makes you feel any better, we met the Pet the Cat incentive.
Right on.
Knew we could do it. Knew we could do it.
Thank you, everybody, for all of your donations to help Pet That Cat for the Talos Principle 2 run coming up.
Looks like Jubb's just going to showcase one more phase of damage and
then I'll
mechanics here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough phases to kill.
Yeah, I am out of plates.
We're going to use our last little bit here wisely. Get a little bit more action in.
Thank everyone here, everyone behind the scenes, running everything. All of you back here watching, all of you watching at home.
Yeah, I was in the crowd a lot today. I know this morning it was at like $2,000 for the game, so I was pretty stressful throughout the day. But like as it went on, it kind of went up exponentially. So
We were stressing about if we'd be able to play today.
A little bit.
But
a lot of
the
heartwarming
donation.
messages that I was able to hear.
wouldn't it be so nice to have cauterized and simmering flames?
Yes, I agree.
Sorry.
Read them if you got them, my friend.
Absolutely. We just got a $3,000
Oh my
donation.
gosh.
Oh my.
That is from JD Puppy and Think Quick Events. And the donation says, JD Puppy and the Think Quick Event escape room team here. We were overwhelmed with joy by how many people enjoyed our escape rooms. Supporting us by enjoying our games and merch means so much to us as a small business, and we're happy to play our part in playing it or paying it forward and giving to Doctors Without Borders. We hope to be back again in the future. Given that we're an escape room, we're super excited for the Talos Principle 2 and all of its mind-bending puzzles. So, even though I'm a doggo guy myself like Joe and his awesome voice, let's get those cat pets, which we did. Thank you so much for that.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Jubb's going to be able to channel his inner Dom
My
Legends.
inner Dom Legends, unfortunately.
But still did pretty solid damage. Unfortunately, he didn't get that last phase.
Phenomenal run, nonetheless.
As you're about to see here, Axis is just going to wipe him since he doesn't have any plates left. You also saw earlier that Axis said he was enraged, which really doesn't mean anything other than this is your last phase.
Well, at least he's nice and letting you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It means something to him.
Unfortunate. You almost sent to final.
I mean, he was
kind
hard
of-
mode
oh,
at
I
half health.
guess.
It's
Yeah.
it's a little tricky, but
Hard mode 6 TP?
No, not Common Rider.
Unlucky there. This is what we were talking about. It doesn't actually wipe you sometimes.
but yeah,
Oh.
since we were in
It
cannon
will
glitch,
wipe
will
you, but-
survive the cannon glitch. And that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for having me.
Do you want to get some quick shout outs in, everybody?
Oh yeah, shout out Cam Hammer. I meant to shout him out initially with the initial, but shout him out. Shout out Kay Shiflett for letting me use his account for this raid. Shout out anybody that donated. I know Flag was in here earlier. And anything for you guys?
I already said it before. Shout out Eclipse. Shout out
Eclipse.
Eclipse Destiny Clan.
Right
Other
on.
than that,
This is your thing, man.
All right.
This is all about you.
I think we're good then.
Thank you, everybody.
all right.
Thank you.